The Lloydminster Chamber of Commerce held two all-candidates forums last night at Lakeland College. Here's a look at what took place at the Battleford's Lloydminster Forum. Jace Mackey has more.
The candidates running to be the next Member of Parliament for Battleford's Lloydminster faced off in a virtual forum hosted by the Chamber of Commerce. When talking about the pandemic, the Maverick Party's Ken Rutherford and the PPC's Terry Sieben spoke about the negative effects of lockdowns.
There's a lot of big box stores that were allowed to stay open through that and made money like they'd never made before, and a lot of mom and pop shops were closed and harmed. So I'm against it.
It's all that comes down to government and big business. They're taking our rights away. You know, we have our charters of rights, our human rights, and the government does not listen to that.
While Liberal candidate Larry Ingram touted the Liberal government's COVID-19 response.
The small businesses kept running on the small loans. The service kept a lot of people living good and surviving.
The NDP's Eric Hansen says vaccine passports are the best way to deal with the fourth wave.
Do the vaccine passports so that at least business can stay in business.
The Conservatives' Rosemary Falk criticized the Liberals' pandemic response and highlighted the work she's done in opposition.
Canada's Conservatives do not support vaccine passports, and we do not support mandatory vaccinations. And we need to make sure that provinces have the tools that they need. The federal government's job is to make sure that they procure enough tools for the tool belts.
The candidate shared why they would be the best person to stand up for the riding in Parliament.
For me, I don't have to appease anybody except for the people I serve. So how would I represent the West? I'd talk to the people, and I'd take my marching orders from the people in our constituents. It's that easy.
We have to start taxing the top. They're paying not their fair share.
I've been able to bring a rural lens to the committee that I sit on, letting people know that, you know, what it's like here in Battleford's Lloydminster isn't like that in Toronto.
As a Liberal, federal Liberal, I think it'd be great if we actually had a voice from the Battleford's Lloydminster.
And I met lots of you, and I understand the concerns and share your feelings.
When it comes to the carbon tax, Ken Rutherford and Rosemary Falk butted heads over if Conservative leader Erin O'Toole would force MPs to tout the party line in Ottawa.
They get told that they're gone from the caucus if they don't 100% support the climate change. If we don't want the carbon tax, you should phone me and tell me you don't like the carbon tax. It should not go to a phone call to Erin O'Toole in Ottawa to find out how we should vote.
Erin O'Toole has said he'd work with the provinces. He understands that you need to have good working relationships with the premiers, and he would respect and honor Scott Moe's plan. So I'd appreciate it if you stopped telling people that I support a carbon tax, because that's a lie.
The Green Party's Kerry Wall did not attend the forum. For Primetime Local News, I'm Jace Mackey.
The second forum of the night was for the Lakeland riding, with some of the topics including COVID-19, the budget, and climate change. The forum was attended by all candidates in the riding except for the Green Party. The virtual forum allowed viewers from many places in the Lakeland riding to tune in and ask questions. One of the first discussions of the night was on vaccines and a vaccine passport, with the right-wing parties having similar views.
Conservatives have made it clear we are opposed to mandatory vaccine passports for cross-country travel because there are multiple options like daily rapid testing.
We're going to fire Dr. Town for the flip-flop decisions that she has made.
But if you are able to get vaccinated, it is incredibly important that you do so for the safety of your community. We have eradicated polio and smallpox through vaccinations.
Healthcare workers are under siege in the ICUs. They're at the breaking point. They've sacrificed everything they can, and it's about time that Canadians realize that they have to make some personal sacrifices.
The fact of the passports is getting stronger and stronger to the place where what they're really doing is bullying people into having to take that vaccine.
Another topic faced, which is a big part of the Lakeland riding, is the oil and gas industry and its future, as well as climate change in the country. NDP candidate Des Bissonnette and Maverick candidate Fred Surratt had opposite opinions.
We work to diversify our economy and become leaders in energy, but we must move away ultimately from fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are contributing the largest amount when it comes to energy to the climate crisis.
It's not the oil and gas industry that's the problem in the carbon imprint and the GHG. it's the end user.
The budget was another question posed to candidates. Anne McCormick of the People's Party of Canada added how her party will save costs. Conservative candidate Shannon Stubbs says her party plans to balance the budget if elected, while the candidate for the Liberal Party, John Turvey, defended his party's decisions during the pandemic.
It is a priority for the Conservative government to balance the budget and get rid of the deficit, just as the former Conservative government did.
They gave out CERB, they gave it out directly. They knew that there would be millions of dollars lost by people taking advantage and taking funding that they did not qualify for.
I think one of the things that Canada could do immediately is to pull out of UN obligations. Our carbon tax chases business out.
The election takes place September 20th. Jasmine King, Primetime Local News.